What is up, everybody? It is your boy X Down 45 coming at you live. Today we are doing something different. We are doing I guess, I'm reading a story, and we're doing a bit of role playing. I guess is this what you can call it? Role playing? I don't know.
I think so.
But I got Renlay with me here, and we're going to be doing this. We're going to be reading a story of a character. I don't even know what the guy's name was. Was it Gary?
Greg.
It was Gary.
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 I don't know why I keep calling him Greg, but yes, his name is Gary.
His name's Gary. So we're gonna go through the story of Gary's life, and like it's gonna drop us into some sort of fantasy world. We attempted to record this earlier, but we didn't do such a great job because we're retarded. God knows we're new at this. So
You're gonna see us drinking a lot of water also, because there is a lot of monologue. Gary likes to monologue.
this motherfucker is in his head so fucking much. So, all right, let's get this started. Are you ready? I'm at the beginning part to read.
Okay, I am there.
Okay, let me click back on the game. All right, here we go. Ready?
Some
Are you
water.
ready? You ready for this? I'm ready for this. I don't want to do it. Are you ready for this? Okay, let's go. An unknown place full of faces that I can't identify. A tender smile directed at me. My lips say something that I cannot remember. I only know that it is different from silence. Then my vision gets covered by smoke. A part of me is incinerated. Not my body, but my soul. Something was lost, without hope of ever coming back. And yet, I don't have the slightest idea what it was. Stop it.
No idea about anything.
This motherfucker. Yeah, he's just
I don't
fucking
have a
goofy as
clue.
shit. I don't know what happened. I suddenly opened my... You're killing me. When you were right behind me, it wasn't so funny. Now it's just like fucking hilarious. Okay. Suddenly I opened my eyes, completely confused. The strange dream forced me to wake up. I guess you could call it a nightmare, but it still doesn't feel right. It was different. Rather than a bad dream, it felt like I was watching a movie with the characters, with a climax and an ending. However, there wasn't a beginning. Everything came out of nowhere, as if I had just missed the first act of a play. Sadly, after waking up, I had already forgotten all of it, almost all of it. Only my confusion and interrupted sleep are evidence that it ever happened. It embarrassed me to confess it, but I was never good at remembering my dreams. Anyway, there is no point in thinking about it anymore because I think about a lot of shit, and you will see. After taking a couple
About a lot of stuff.
after taking a couple seconds to clear my mind, I lazily looked at the clock. It says 6:58 in the morning. In just 2 minutes, the alarm will ring. I then let out a sigh, feeling relieved at waking up. I really hate that sound, but it's a necessary evil if I want to go to college on time. My apartment is completely silent. I'm the only one that resides, so if I want to hear some noise, I have to make it myself. Bang, 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 bang. Just a few months back, I lived with my parents, but I had to move when I got accepted into college. I don't really mind it, actually. It's very comfortable. And I keep in touch with my old friends thanks to the internet.
Woo, internet.
Yeah, it's not just for porn after all. Without saying a word, I get prepared and go out to class. College is only one subway trip away. I choose to study visual arts. My parents are worried I'll never find a job, but at least I would like to try it just because I feel like it. However, I should say that soon after my class started, I got slightly disappointed. It wasn't exactly what I was expecting. I thought we were going to draw all day and learn about anatomy, different styles of shading, and other fun things. But it turns out there are plenty of theoretical classes like expressing our feelings, communication, and history of arts, and others. I don't regret it, but it's like a stain on your dreams. Anyways, I try not to think about it too much. Classes feel short today. I hear the teacher talk and take notes like every other time, but I can't stop thinking about that dream. I think about it while looking at my necklace shaped like half a heart, or in some people's minds, a lima bean. I know somebody gave it to me long ago, but I can't remember who gave me this damn lima bean.
Creeper girl.
I guess that's why I look at it, because both are lost from my memory. If I make a big effort, it seems I can remember a little of it, but it's like looking at a blurry picture. No matter how much I look at it, No matter how much I look at it or from which angle, in the end, I can't make sense out of it.
It's a lima bean. It's hard.
It, it feels sour, but there is no other choice than to give up on it. By the time I had made up my mind, I had already arrived home. Without paying
He stared at it
attention,
the whole way home. Are you kidding me? He stared at it the whole way home.
probably on the subway. I don't know. Without paying attention, I opened the door and put down my bag at the entrance. I never expected any visitors, so there's no need to be tidy. My house is a fucking mess. I mean, it is what it is. Then I turn on the computer and start watching an animated series. It may sound silly, I guess, but I like shows for kids quite a bit. Before I realize it, it's already late. Lately, I feel days are much shorter, but I guess it's my own fault for having so many distractions. I should have dinner and call it a day. Who the fuck is calling me?
Trips me out.
I'm ready to cook something when suddenly I hear the phone ring. That's weird. I can't imagine who it would be at this hour, except for those annoying callers. Good evening.
Gary.
Hello, Mom. I didn't expect you to call. Yes, I'm fine. Don't worry. Classes are going fine. Not exactly what I expected, but I like them. Of course not. I'm taking good care of what I eat. Yes, I also clean every week, Mom. So far, I haven't made any friends, but the course has just started. I clicked one. I don't know what I skipped one by an accident. I clicked too fast. Click
Yes,
twice.
Mom. I'll keep that in mind. Good night. Say hi to Dad for me.
Oh, I didn't skip it then. Never mind. I sigh after hanging up. I just moved, and it seems that they are already missing me. But there was no other choice. This college is just too far away from home. I loudly yawn. Suddenly, I feel very tired. Because of that dream, I couldn't sleep properly. I think it's better for me to go to bed now.
Poor Gary.
I know. I turn off the lights and lay down, pulling the blanket up to my chest. Then I stare at the ceiling for unknown minutes until my eyes finally close. Darkness guides me towards a deep dream. I leave this world, submerged into another. One that exists only for me, and only inside of me. A place filled with eternal calmness, where no worry or problems exist, unless I want it to do it. Unless I want it to do. Or at least that's how it should be.
Don't go to the light, Gary.
Surrounded by an endless white in front of me, there is a woman showing me her back. Someone I have never seen before. Her hair is long and golden. She is unspeakably beautiful. Even without seeing her face, I can know it, or rather feel it. Just looking at her back makes my heart jump and leaves me breathless. It even seems.
Back fetish.
I mean, I guess he's thinking about where he's gonna aim, right? I don't fucking know.
That shoulder.
Hey, girl, I'm about to show your back a good time. Oh God, it even seems like the air around her is filled with mysterious magic. It's not just it's not just a smell, but it's an energy that makes everything it touches more beautiful, as if nothing less than perfection was allowed before her. But who could such a person be? Why is she here? Hello? I ask in my confusion. At the time, I extend a hand towards her, trying to get her attention, but of course she can't see me.
Gary.
Yes, that's my name. I pause and swallow some saliva. I'm very nervous for no reason. What is yours? The woman is slow to answer, as if she had forgotten her own name.
Alice.
She finally said with a soft voice,
Don't you think it is a pretty name?
Well, yes. I feel stupid giving such a short answer, but then I remembered there are far more important things to think about. I stared deeply at her, still enchanted by her beauty. Alice?
Yes.
She answered, still showing her back to me. Why are you here? My heart stops for an instant after I say these words. I don't know the reason, if it was fear or anxiety, but without a doubt it was something. I was expecting something big. Are you part of my dream? I said after noticing she was taking too long to answer. She was doing it on purpose.
I guess I am. Or maybe you're part of mine.
Her question left me incredulous. What did she mean by that? I'm sorry, I don't get it, I said while taking a step towards her. She shakes her head in denial.
It doesn't matter. We are in the same dream. This dream is yours, but also mine.
I can't say I fully understood what she meant, but even if we are in the same dream, someone must be the creator of this place, right? And in that case, you could say this dream would belong to that person.
You forgot it is so easily, Gary. You left me waiting all day, and the next day, and then the following one, until I had to come for you. Aren't you ashamed?
My heart trembles after hearing those words. Suddenly I feel chills running all over my spine. What is she talking about? I'm sorry, but I think you are mistaking me for someone else, I said shyly with a weak voice. I feel terribly guilty, but I had never seen her before in my life. She must be confusing me with someone else. That is, considering this isn't at all just a weird dream.
No, it is you who is confused. I know perfectly who you are. Actually, I know more about you than you do.
After saying that, she suddenly shows me her hand holding a necklace with the shape of half a heart. It's just like mine. The woman sounded slightly angry. Meanwhile, I couldn't be any more confused. My back feels cold, my hands are shaking, and my throat is dry. What? What are you saying? I finally mustered up the courage to grab her by the shoulder. No, it wasn't bravery. I was dead curious. I wanted to know what she meant. Alice turns around, but before I could see her face, she transformed into black smoke. The smoke slips between my fingers, dissipating until it disappears. For an instant, I could feel her warmth and softness, the same feeling as that of caressing a human hand, the hand of a woman. That sensation burns into my fingers, leaving me astonished. My mind is blank. I forget how to even breathe from the surprise. Oh, what did I forget? I should be more interested in knowing who Alice is, but what really fills my mind is that question. It makes no sense! I suddenly groaned for no reason. Ugh. I feel like my head just got stabbed. It's like if someone was hitting my skull from the inside, hanging my mind upside down until it drops all of my deepest memories. What did I forget? What could be so important? It is at that moment that I suddenly open my eyes. I take a deep breath, filling my lungs with air. Then I set my hand on my forehead, feeling it covered in sweat. I quickly search for my necklace. I find it right where I left it. Then I look at the clock. It's 2:20 in the morning. There's still plenty of time before the sun comes out. I exhale, letting my anxiety go with my breath. This time I won't be able to sleep again, I'm sure of that. Well, maybe this is a good opportunity to have dinner, I say to myself jokingly. I'm not really hungry, but maybe eating something could distract me from that dream. I had just put my feet on the floor when I heard someone ringing at the doorbell. Fuck. What the heck? I can't imagine who could it be at this hour. I barely get visitors in regular hours. I feel a chill run over my spine. You stream and recording, you will understand. This motherfucker gets a lot of spine shivers. I wait a moment, hoping the visitor would get bored and leave, but after a while it seems that wasn't going to happen. Finally, I sighed exasperatedly, resign myself to go and see who it is. As I walk towards the door, I can't stop thinking that this is too weird. I'm afraid I would be lying to say otherwise, but unless I go and check it, I'll never know what's going on. I swallow my saliva, feeling it bitter when I'm in front of the door. My heart beats so fast that I feel it in my throat. Then I take a deep breath and prepare and look through the peephole of the door. It is at that moment that I see a small envelope slide in from under the door. I almost jump with the shock when that happens. My eyes and mouth are wide open, showing my incredulity. I quickly open the door, finding nothing but an empty air and surroundings. There are no footprints or any other evidence of someone being there other than the envelope. If it wasn't for it, I would think I'm still dreaming. Only this dream, instead of being mysterious and calm, it feels like a horror story. Without second thought, I close the door, making sure to lock it. I don't want any unwanted visitors, tonight or ever. I then fixed my sight on the envelope. It's made of an ordinary paper and no sender information. The only thing it says is that it is for me. I blink before carefully opening it. Inside there is a single sheet of paper with a drawing made with crayon. It's not very good and it seems to be made by a small child. Human figures made with white sticks and circles pretend to be the boy and a girl holding hands right next to a heart. There's something written beside the name, Gary and me. It's
There
her.
was nothing on that paper.
I know. Come on, illustrators. Just make a fucking janky ass drawing. I murmured, my lips moving by themselves. My heart stops for an instant. I shake my head many times, unable to believe it. I can't believe what is in front of my own eyes.
I couldn't make a drawing.
I was just getting over the surprise when something else happened. I exclaimed, confused, looking towards the kitchen. I just heard a glass break. I live alone and I have no pets. There is no wind. How is this possible? Did the glass just
Wind
burst?
blowing a glass over.
Shit happens when you party naked. Did the glass just burst all by itself? Because that's what it looks like. I leave the envelope and quickly go to the kitchen to see what's happening. Once there, my face becomes pale and my body solid like stone, while my eyes look in disbelief at the glass shards on the floor. I almost faint at the moment. I don't know what to think. I don't feel safe anymore. I hold my breath for a couple of seconds until I notice a sheet of paper on the floor. I suddenly get closer and pick it up, careful not to step on the shards. Not to steep on the shards.
Another blank paper.
It's another child's drawing, a cheerful one, but at the same time weird. I can't explain it, but seeing this drawing makes me anxious. I shake my head. Rather, I think it's not the drawing itself, but how I found it that makes it weird. There's something written on it. Why did it break? I don't want it to. I think you should read this part.
Why did it break? I didn't want it to. Even if things fall, they shouldn't break without my permission. Don't you think that's weird?
I'm blank confused. My mind is blank. What can I say at something like that? I'm reading an incomprehensible message that shouldn't even exist. However, I don't have much time to think about it. Suddenly, other noises.
I will never get used to that slimy sound. It sounds like a shower.
It's like.
It sounds like a tentacle monster. It's in his bathroom. Oh my god.
It sounds like some weird kind of someone masturbating or something. It sounds awful. It's just like, oh my god, fuck. I'm waiting for you, Gary. Oh, suddenly.
Can you hear it, Gary?
Oh, I'm so wet for you, Gary.
Girl, that's nasty. I apologize to everyone.
Oh, fuck. Suddenly, other noises caught my attention. This time, the sound of the shower in the bathroom. I feel a chill move all over my spine, slowly crawling its way. Instantly, my body is covered in ice. I can't move a single finger. I'm frightened. The very idea that someone or something is inside my home when I'm supposed to be alone makes me shake in fear. The sound continues for long seconds, then minutes, without any change. I simply ignore it, as if doing that was enough to make it go away. But no matter how long I wait, that never happens. In the end, I can only steel myself and go check. I take a deep breath, filling my lungs with air, then suddenly walk towards the bathroom, staring at the door before carefully opening it. Warm steam escapes the room. It's touching itself in anticipation. My heart beats like a drum in every second. I beg there is nothing at the other side. And then what I find is just that. Nothing. The shower suddenly opens itself, pouring hot water out without reason. It wouldn't be the first inexplicable thing tonight. I close my eyes and sigh full of relief. However, this isn't over yet. I still need to find out what's going on. This is too much just to leave to my imagination. I close the water, seeing the shower stop. I stand there a few more seconds, trying to understand what's happening, but of course I can't come up with any answers. Then I rub my face in a gesture full of frustration. I'm losing my head, I said quietly, talking to myself. Then I exhale, letting my anxiety go with breath. I think about going out or calling someone for company, but I have no one to ask for help. And strangely, the idea of going out this night sounds even more terrifying. When I opened the door, I saw that empty hallway. It gave me the sensation that something scary was hiding in the shadows. I can't explain it, but I locked the door and wanted to stay like that. But it seems like my home isn't safe either. I turn around, thinking on going back to bed. Then only thing I can do is wait for the sun to come out. If the next night I have another experience like this, I'll move without second thought. Then suddenly I open my eyes wide incredulously. I didn't realize it before, but there was a drawing in the mirror, as if someone had used a finger to clean the thin layer of steam on it. It's a sinking ship. There's also something written.
There are hundreds of paths, and all of them guide to the same end.
I read it over and over without understanding what it means. Is it a message for me? My lips can't say a single word. The silence now feels oppressive. My heart shrinks as if I think in how alone I am. As if I had been cut away from the world, forsaken. However, things continue to happen. Things that shouldn't. I can't understand anything. I don't know what I can do, but my only hope is that the sun will turn all of this into nothing more than a bad dream. With that in mind, I walk to my room, but when I get there, I find there is another surprise waiting for me. What is this? I murmur, confused, while looking right at the sheep plush. Oh, God. The sheep plush. It's in perfect condition, as if it was new, or maybe it is. There's no way to know. Next to the plush, there is a sheet of paper. I quietly get closer and pick it up. It has a drawing of a wolf made with crayons. It looks angry. There's something written, too.
I don't like wolves, but I'm surrounded by them. The only way to avoid them is by hiding.
Again, an incomprehensible message, just like the fact that that plushie appeared from nowhere. After a few seconds, I grabbed the plushie with curiosity.
It's very soft.
It's very soft. It could easily be used as a pillow or a fuck buddy. That's so bad. That's so awful. Outside of that, there is nothing else worth saying. It doesn't appear to have anything weird. Don't mind the hole that's been cut into it.
Take it, Lancho.
Oh.
I didn't ruin everyone's childhood. Listen.
I don't know what I should do. Everything is so strange. It all began after the dream. I blink confused, trying to come with answers. That's right, I forgot. This must all be the work of that woman, Alice. Her words come back to mind. She said I had forgotten something. I don't think there could be a memory that could make sense of all of this. But even knowing that it would be a lie to say, I don't have an uncontrollable curiosity.
Gary.
I was lost in my mind when suddenly I hear someone whisper my name behind me. I jump surprised. My heart stops and my blood turns to ice. I instantly turn around by a reflex, finding something that simply shouldn't be there. In front of my eyes was a huge mirror had appeared. It's even bigger than me, reflecting all of my body. I stare at my own reflection, hypnotized by that image, as if it was the first time I had seen a mirror. I look at my reflex, copying my movements without mistake. I move my hands, my head, my legs. The reflection does exactly the same. However, there is something special in that image. The person in the mirror is the right one, but the place where it is not the same. My room does not reflect in the mirror. Instead, the background belongs in another house, made of wood with the looks of being abandoned for many years. I simply cannot talk. Not a word comes to mind that could begin to describe the feeling of wonder, surprise, and insecurity that invades me at this moment. It's so incredible, so impossible, something out of a dream. But that's why it's something I can't control or even understand. Is it even safe to be in the same room as that mirror? I don't know. However, I can't stop staring at it. So, folks.
Look at it closer. I should get out of here.
So, folks, we have two options in front of us, but I think that's where we're going to end this episode. We're going to leave you hanging. You can leave in the comments what you want to see below. There's no guarantee we're going to follow what you say, but I'm oh man. In my opinion, get the fuck out of there. But for some reason, like, my dude's already scared of leaving the room, so I think he's gonna be pulled in. I don't know. What do you guys think? All right, everybody. We're gonna call it there. We're gonna hit that save button. We're gonna go over this one and save there. And I want to hit this. I want to call it right here. I will see you in the next episode of Connected Hearts, reading by John and Ren, by X Down and Ren. Everybody, this is your boy X Down, 45.
This is Rin Lay. See you later.
See you later.